Peace, 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 peace. Peace, love, and light to all the American Aborigine. This your brother Aboriginal Power. You tuned in to another Aboriginal Power Wake and Bake show. Make sure you hit that like button, thumb up the video, and subscribe to the channel. Let's go.
Whatever it takes. It's Helly. I seek no rewards. Look. Pressures of being great. I'm tatted with scars. I feel the look from their eyes. I know they gazing from far. Overcoming my fears. I never wanted this life. Been giving them pain. Know my soul been paying the price. Give fuck about the ice. Really, I just give on my life. Been thinking too much. Inside my head, I'm living it twice. Been feeling convicted. Every time I step on this mic, my art form, it come from God. This ain't no gimmick, my nigga. The vision really is vivid. See my canvas and shiver. Every time I'm here to deliver. My ex bitch, she ain't believing. Now she crying me rivers. She got a heavy heart. But ain't no time for reminiscing. Guard my energy, won't turn me to a victim. Believed in my potential, fuck what you projecting. I make you see my words, like this is a projection. I pray to God to guard my soul, yes I need some protection. Ain't busting down my watch, ain't busting down my chains. Got everything to lose, got everything to gain. Yeah, my soul tied to this shit. And I told the opposition that I'll die for this shit. It's you versus you. Never let this fucking world ever tell you who the fuck that you supposed to be. It's you versus you. Never let them tell you who you are. Define yourself, nigga. Focus on your dreams. It's you versus you. Never let this fucking world ever tell you who the fuck that you supposed to be. It's you versus you. Never let them tell you who you are. Define yourself, nigga. Focus on your dreams. It's you versus you. It's you versus you. In competition with myself, the hardest battle of all. And when you look inside that mirror, are you seeing your flaws? I became a man, and my dad was never involved. But all these people trying to be the same, it's hard to evolve. Gave birth to a poet. Really, I just write what I saw. And all them days alone writing, it was just me and God trying to find my purpose. I needed a sign. Many days I was lost, I was trapped in a bind. The type of fear that I felt, you can feel in your spine. It's me versus me. I knew that I was different from niggas. I talk my shit. And really, I be shitting on niggas. I'm staying humble. Yeah, I'm staying humble. Ain't busting down my watch, ain't busting down my chains. Got everything to lose, got everything to gain. Yeah, my soul tied to this shit. And I told the opposition that I'll die for this shit. It's you versus you. Never let this fucking world ever tell you who the fuck that you supposed to be. It's you versus you. Never let them tell you who you are. Define yourself, nigga. Focus on your dreams. It's you versus you. Never let this fucking world ever tell you who the fuck that you supposed to be. It's you versus you. Never let them tell you who you are. Define yourself, nigga. Focus on your dreams. It's you versus you.
Don't let this fucking place define you.
It's you versus you.
At the end of the day, you gotta look at it. Who are
It's
you?
you versus you.
What do you do this for? They're always gonna tell you what you're supposed to do, but at the end of the day, walk on God's plan.
Shout out to everybody in the building, man. We're going to play a couple more intro songs, man, before we get started, man. Y'all already know the vibes, man. We got to get the intro thing right, man. So we're going to play a couple of different vibrations, right? Make sure y'all hit that like button, thumb up the video, support the channel, man. It's your brother Original Power.
Shit is crazy.
What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going? These raps is like subscription to me, yeah, they different for me. See my dog pass away, that shit get vivid for me. Ran on my downfall, I won't fall, yeah. Before I jump that porch, we learn how to crawl, yeah. I rose through from the concrete. This shit y'all boys cap about beyond me. I'm a born G. I be kicking out this flame, bitch, like Bruce Lee. I know they speak my name in vain, but I can't worry about it. All this pain that's in my songs, it got me hurting about it. How my niggas doubt me like it's no birdie from me. They talking dollars and baguettes, we still behind the trench. Broad daylight, shooting handguns from behind the fence. I'm with some killers that's gonna hit bouty. In a spot that you got, you might get blicked out and rerouted. How y'all said that y'all believed in me. How y'all said that y'all believed in me. How y'all said, what the fuck is going on? 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 What the fuck is going? These raps are like subscription to me, yeah, they different for me. See my dog pass away, that shit get vivid for me. Ran on my downfall, I won't fall, yeah. Before I jump that porch, we learn how to crawl again. These raps is like some scripture to me, yeah, they different for me. See my dog pass away, that shit get vivid for me. Praying on my downfall, I won't fall again. Before I jump that porch, we learn how to crawl again. What the fuck been going on? I got brothers, but y'all moving on. I thought them bonds were strong. Look, tomorrow, hit that promise, your dog could be gone. You can't prove me wrong. I can't put another soldier name inside a song. In them trenches, I was back in. Rubber grip the Mac 10. Foundation solid, I got traction. If I don't do it, who taking action? I kill it with passion. I remember back when niggas standing tall for they bottle. That was back when niggas stay solid and we caught them when they crept in. Ain't want nothing moving on that block till we stepped in. Niggas getting stepped on as soon as niggas caught wind. These raps is like some scripture to me, yeah, they different for me. See my dog pass away, that shit get vivid for me. Praying on my downfall, I won't fall again. Before I jump that porch, we learn how to crawl again. These raps is like some scripture to me, yeah, they different for me. See my dog pass away, that shit get vivid for me. Praying on my downfall, I won't fall again. Before I jump that porch, we learn how to crawl again.
Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Can I get out of everybody in here to drop a fire emoji? If you can hear me loud and clear, I want to make sure the audio and my audio is correct, man. We're going to get right into the rest of these jammy jams, man. Y'all know the vibes, man. Y'all definitely know the vibes, man. We ain't going to wait too much longer, man. We're going to play one more song and we're going to get right into it, man. Let's go.
Whatever it takes. The alleyway. Feelings from the past, yeah, you gotta pay attention. Feelings from the past, yeah, you gotta pay attention. They won't say my name, but they put it in a mention. Too much sneak dissing, yeah, we need an intervention. Right before the fall, I swear my niggas, they won't listen. Right before the fall, you took them pills, you got addicted. Right before the fall, you run your mouth, you turn to dentist. Free my niggas in the cage, know that shit get lonely. You was with me from the start, but you did me phony. Look my bitch right in the eyes, tell her she my only. Poppin' shit on Instagram, they don't even know me. Had to turn my savage up to turn me to the old me. Killers moving silent, so I gotta kill them softly. Lie better, little baby, better lie better. You playing the other side on God out. Trendsetter, no talking, I did better. They watching my moves, flying my moves. I did let up, I kept it aside. Niggas get shifty, I dead something, I'm moving around. Had to get to it, this bread, something they want me to drown. Remember they told me I was nothing, I've been through some things. On God, baby, I can't front it. Feelings from the past, yeah, you gotta pay attention. They won't say my name, but they put it in a mention. Too much sneak dissing, yeah, we need an intervention. Right before the fall, I swear my niggas, they won't listen. Right before the fall, you took them pills, you got addicted. Right before the fall, you run your mouth, you turn to dentist. Free my niggas in the cage, know that shit get lonely. You was with me from the start, but you did me phony. Look my bitch right in the eyes, tell her she my only. Poppin' shit on Instagram, they don't even know me. Had to turn my savage up to turn me to the old me. Killers moving silent, so I gotta kill them softly. Do better, you said that you do better. These niggas playing at 50, I really got moved better. I got these on my block, I can't play round. I position on my life, I can't play round. We gon' get it back in blood if they stay round. Know them niggas off the drugs, they gon' lay down. I was love, you put me right in the middle. Got niggas that screaming gang and niggas that wanna kill you. They got feelings from the past, pay attention. They only sending shots cause these niggas want attention. Won't be no RIP, heli intervention. Put threats on my name, make me turn them to a pension. Feelings from the past, yeah, you gotta pay attention. They won't say my name, but they put it in a mention. Too much sneak dissing, yeah, we need an intervention. Right before the fall, I swear my niggas, they won't listen. Right before the fall, you took them pills, you got addicted. Right before the fall, you run your mouth, you turn to dentist. Free my niggas in the cage, know that shit get lonely. You was with me from the start, but you did me phony. Look my bitch right in the eyes, tell her she my only. Poppin' shit on Instagram, they don't even know me. Had to turn my savage up to turn me to the old me. Killers moving silent, so I gotta kill them softly.
Shout out to everybody in the building. Can I get everybody to drop a fire emoji in the chat, man? Shout out to everybody in the building. It's been a minute since I've been back on this platform. Been over there rocking out on a new platform that we've been pushing and trying to put together, man. So shout out to everybody in the building, man. I want to say shout out to all the American Aborigines that's tuning in, man. It's your brother Aboriginal Power, man. Before we even get into this, I want to say shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. Big ups, big ups, big ups. We got some exclusive shit right here today, man. Kanye West, man. Kanye West has became the center of attention when it comes to urban hip hop talking points, being real, going against the grain, and constantly saying what he feels on his mind. And to be able to get Kanye West on a platform that's such a a lower status than what he's used to, like Clubhouse, it just shows you that the grassroots is working, man. So if brothers like Wack 100 can get him, and Wack 100 allows anyone on his platform to speak. So, it could have been just as easy for one of the Aborigines to lock in with Kanye West and have this conversation. So for those that's on Clubhouse, make sure y'all stay tuned. Make sure y'all try to hit brothers like me up to get in there, to try to get into these conversations and wiggle our way in, to try to, extend our hand to brothers like Kanye West to get them on the platform. So that's dope. Shout out to Wack 100 for getting that on here. This is a crazy interview, man. We're going to get straight into it right now. I'm not even going to hold you up any longer, man. So let's go.
Press don't even like Biden at this point. Like, what are we going to do? I know, because I used to be married to a Democrat, so that's claims she bipartisan, but 100% be doing dinners with Hillary. So it's all forms of these prisons. All these contracts are forms of prison. But let's get directly to these prison systems. And, me and people are working on our potential, I don't say run, I say walk to the office for, my perspective is the Bible says, thou shalt not kill. In earlier times, there were Catholics who were into the death penalty, latter less into it. I'm learning more about the Catholic. I'm just straight up Christian. I believe that Jesus did enough by dying for us. Catholics feel, we could add something to the table. It's kind of, I think Chris Rock had a joke about that. That was like, okay, you made all the millions, and your girlfriend's like, man, but I brought this steak to this place. That's something I go back and forth. Our Christian humor, we be going back and forth on whether you need acts or if kept sending his only begotten son was enough for us to get to heaven. But that's just all Christian humor. I'm a new Christian anyway. Apparently I don't know enough about God yet. I'm told this all the time. But back to what we're saying on the death penalty. There's I got a letter yesterday from a white gentleman, because apparently white lives, I guess, don't matter. But this is a white gentleman, because I said white lives matter, and all of a sudden I got 4 stadium shows canceled. I had what's the place where the Rams play? I was gonna make that my living room for a couple nights, and they how go to sleep and people watch it, So, I was gonna make the stadium my living room for a little bit, and then I wore the White Lives Matter T-shirt, and apparently I didn't know White Lives didn't matter. So I wore the T-shirt, and it's interesting because a white gentleman wrote a letter to me from prison, and just talking about how he was wrongfully accused, how he was living a normal life in college, and they got all of this evidence, and he's still locked up. So let's get to death penalty. Not only can people be wrongfully accused, with our judicial system, people could be wrongfully executed. So until we take the time to really, really check the DNA and put people with Christian values. Now, I'm tired of this moral compass conversation, because there'd be people that's like, hey, I'm a good person, and I'm in a different place. I'm in a different place. Me and God, we got a good relationship. That ain't no good relationship. You just don't want to listen to him. That's not a good relationship. Oh, I got a good relationship with God. No, you don't. You up there not trying to listen to God, right? And these are the kind of people that are setting our law.
Hey, share this room. Share this YouTube room on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, everywhere. Share this goddamn YouTube link, please and thank you.
Life, period. Life from pro-life on babies being born to no death penalty, but also, we can't immediately apply any kind of laws to abortion. And I know all my writers are going to be like, wait, what are you talking about? Until we present an alternative. Because people who go to get these abortions feel that there's no alternative. Ain't like, people don't just naturally not want to have their children. We are put into places where we never got our reparations. We're put in boxes, we're gerrymandered, and we don't feel like we have no other opportunities. So before I step into the monasteries and this thing that God has set on my heart, like it's Noah's Ark right here, we got to say in the judicial system, I got to learn a bit about the judicial system when I was getting debanked and sued and attempted to be bankrupt. You know, Ari Emanuel, he thought he had me, bro. You know, God must love me. And who could like lose $2 billion and still be worth 400 million? You know, I looked up. I was like, I know Forbes didn't want to have to write that. I know they wanted to write like a negative, and I was like, man. And I told y'all probably heard me.
So, like I said, a lot of this is regurgitation. What you heard Kanye West implementing various different interviews since the Drink Champs and the departure of Adidas and Balenciaga. But he's about to go into more acute details of how they keep strategically attacking them. So just pay attention. If you guys can hear this loud and clear, thumb up the video for your boy. Thumb up the video.
What I know, I've given you bits and pieces about my perspective on prison, how everything is a scope. I started at the third grade. Then I went to wrongfully incarcerated people. Then I went to how you could be wrongfully executed. So clear, we have a scope for where we're going. Because you're probably like, hey, how you going? The thing is, this is not a two-dimensional black and white existence that we're in. So to have to deliver messaging about full creations inside of sound bites is not fair to who we are as human beings. Only 30% of our language is verbal, and there's nothing whiter than English itself. It's literally English, right? So we're not even speaking in our native tongues on a platform that's not our native platform. So we're already still inside.
You already said we can't speak our native tongues on a platform that ain't our native platform. Like, what does he mean by that? I'm gonna break that down.
Who we are as human beings. Only 30% of our language is verbal, and there's nothing whiter than English itself. It's literally English, right? So we're not even speaking in our native tongues on a platform that's not our native platform. So we're already still inside of some boxing rink, inside of some, and when we're in combat with each other, we're in some type of mandingo competition, beating each other down, not even on our platform. And when it's all said and done, we still don't own the block, or own the platform, or own the bank, or own the distribution center, or own the manufacturing. Like I built the first sportswear manufacturing company.
And listen, I don't want to have to keep stopping this, y'all. I'm sorry about that, but I will be dropping a link to the full interview. Y'all can watch that. Make sure y'all hit that like button, thumb up the video, support the channel, man. Support the channel. I need y'all to really support the channel. For those that's in here, man, make sure y'all support the channel, man. Cash App and PayPal information is at the bottom of the screen, ticking across. I'm gonna let it play out without stopping. I want to get y'all the full interview out, but I will be stopping periodically to add in my commentary.
I built the first sportswear manufacturing company since World War II in Cody to bring jobs back. And meanwhile, people are just going in, moving my equipment. They move the equipment to LA. They take my name off of it, put somebody else's name on it. So by the time I'm in a situation where I'm finally out of the Adidas thing, I'm having to go start from scratch, go get EVA machines from scratch, go design the slide from scratch. And I'm happy about it, but boom, there goes another prison system. You get these collusions. You get these lawyers, right? When I was going through my divorce contracts, I had 3. We're not going to say what hospital it is. We're not going to say who the lawyers are. We're not going to say what it is. You know what I'm saying? You know it is. But and they just picture like I got the green jacket on, you know, right now. You're not gonna say who it is. So and they was just looking over stuff. They like literally just gonna give the custody of the kids to the, you know what I'm saying? Like we had to go line by line by line by line and really understand what does it mean that the award goes to the practitioner, and what do all these things mean? I think we ain't never used the word practitioner in the studio. We ain't never used the word practitioner, you know, on a basketball court. They never mentioned practitioners in Wakanda 2, where they killed all the dads and now the moms running, you know what I'm saying? Like just like they did in real life. I mean, y'all could have just made Michael B. Jordan be Black Panther. Like you really had to. So I go ahead, man. You know.
Okay. So I have another question for you. So, what are your thoughts on people blaming you being outspoken as mental illness?
I love when Lil Uzi told me, "Crazy ain't crazy than crazy," meaning we are in a crazy society. This is Game of Thrones. If you look at the situation here, the percentage of us going to prison, the percentage of us being aborted, the fact that they can like Adidas can come at me like that, and your friends, quote unquote, like Pusha T could stand right next to an Adidas sign right after they've done that. You get what I'm saying? Like we're living in crazy environments. I could put up, hey, I don't have the address to my daughter's birthday on her birthday, and not one of these celebrities speak up. These are crazy, right? And then, you know, if you really look at the things that I'm talking about, a lot of people feel like me. So what's the crazy part? What I'm saying or the fact that I'm willing to say it?
No, I definitely appreciate it.
Well, I guess we both crazy because I'm gonna say it.
Yeah, and I'm crazy too.
If I could add one part.
Yeah, that's Captain Tazaryacht. He's an Israelite.
Brother.
God bless.
Hey, God bless you too, brother. I think that was a beautiful question. And what I wanted to ask you.
Damn, so we got a conscious brother that be on Sonetas all the time talking to Kanye West. I supposed to been in there on that interview, man. You got Captain Tazaryach talking to Kanye West. And I'm going to play some exclusive video between Wack 100 and Captain Tazaryach going back and forth. They had a huge blowout. It got very heated quickly, man. It turned into a heated discussion. But Kanye West is talking to Captain Tazaryach. See, that's why Big Al need to be on there teaching Kanye West. Listen, let go of this Africa shit. Don't listen to the Akon because he's an agent too. Don't listen to none of these niggas. They agents. Come tap in with the grassroots. We got niggas like Bronze Flat Power in the chat. Truth Over Everything in the chat. We got some good brothers in the chat, man. We are deep when it comes to the grassroots Aboriginal information, man. This ain't no bullshit. This is the real deal. So shout out to Captain Tazaryach, man. Hopefully he hold it down.
God bless.
Hey, God bless you too, brother. I think that was a beautiful question. And what I wanted to ask you, do you think they intentionally misunderstand you so then that everyone else would then also be able to begin to misunderstand you? So when you start doing things that are clearly intelligent thinking, people will already be predetermined to, okay, Kanye is just crazy, so we just trying to ignore him. Like, what do you think of that?
I gotta say, God bless Kyrie, because he never had an MK Ultra Canadian intelligence trainer that was connected to multiple celebrities, mental health and deaths, from Aaron Carter to old girl from Clueless, her husband. So what I'm saying is Kyrie showed you the energy of change that can happen just by two of us standing on something we believe in at one time. How many times it was only me at the telethon, only me at running on stage saying it's the best fit, only me, you know what I'm saying? And this is the first time they say, man, I know y'all got gay pegged as crazy, but look at this documentary right here, which mind you, is still up on Amazon. And ain't nobody talk to old boy. Ain't nobody talk to Bezos or who the new CEO is.
He's saying nobody talk to Jeff Bezos, who owns Amazon. Matter of fact, Jeff Bezos made a statement. He said he is not taking the video down, and he don't plan on taking it down. That's what Jeff Bezos said. Kyrie said it and got ridiculed. We don't even know if we don't even know if Kyrie gonna be even playing in the next year. We don't even know if he's gonna be playing next year. They keep us inside of a box. You think you have free will and freedom of speech? You ain't witnessed freedom of speech, man. A lot of you brothers and sisters have never even witnessed free speech, where you just say what's on your mind, unadulterated. No matter if it's wrong or incorrect, you say what's on your mind. Freedom of speech.
On Amazon. So it's like we're starting to realize that was that one moment. Talk to old boy. Ain't nobody talk to Bezos or who the new CEO is on Amazon. So it's like we're starting to realize that was that one moment. And Kyrie, he really took that hit on not on my behalf, but on our behalf and on God's people's behalf. That you got to see what happened. Not that we was directed by Disney. And it's like, oh man, they came together on this thing I'm watching on HBO or Hulu or Disney. But in real life, that people would take a financial sacrifice for the truth, because the truth will set us free. Like, who is Phil Knight? Ain't nobody exploited nobody more than Phil Knight. Are you kidding me? The head of Nike? And it's so funny how God got a sense of humor for him, because he's now come and put money publicly towards the Republican Party, because the company he created is getting gangbanged. And I maybe that's not that Christian to say it like that, but Phil Knight, your company is getting gangbanged. So go ahead and go back to your house and walk 10 steps in front of your wife, like when I seen you in Palm Springs and you was walking 10 steps. How you go on a walk with your wife and you 10 steps ahead? I was like, see, that's why I don't like Nike. If this is the person that's setting the what do they call it? The environment or whatever. It's another word for that I'm missing right now. But the environment at Nike, of course, ask anybody that's ever dealt with Nike. You know, they treated people. They didn't treat people good. They were treating me really bad when I had the Red October, and that's part of the reason why I ended up going to Adidas. You know, this is all related to Kyrie. This is where I'm going with it. But certain things just spark other things that I would like to tell y'all. I remember sitting in my mother-in-law's kitchen, and it was the same story that everybody got. My girlfriend pregnant. You know, I'm from Chicago. I ain't want to leave Nike. I grew up in a city of Jordan. You ain't never seen somebody draw so many Jordans on their sketch pad and go and look at the shoes, and the Scottie Pippen flights the purple and black ones was behind plastic, because they ain't want nobody touching them too much, because they wanted to still sell them. We were going to Champ Sports. This is when like the shoes jumped over, when Nike got that air bubble or that different kind of foam at the bottom, and they jumped past Avia, and K-Swiss and Reebok, because they was neck and neck for a while. And then they jumped, and then they made those pumps with David Robinson. They literally dropped the Maybach shoe. They had the nerve to have a shoe for $180 back then. Now I know that's a normal price right now for a kid. Shoes cost $60 back then. But I remember that effect that Nike had on me. It didn't matter that people could buy that David Robinson pump or not. It affected me that at the point when Nike was treating me like how Chase was treating me, like how Adidas was treating me, that I was willing to stay with Nike because of how much I loved it, because of the value that we place on brands due to propaganda and, you know, just mental manipulation. All the Edward Bernays advertising. Why did Nike swoosh mean something to you? Why we want to be like Mike instead of wanting to be like Price? Why every half the numbers in the NBA is number 23? All of that is branding, mental branding. And then you get a brother like Kyrie, well-read information. And another thing, you take like Jalen, right? Take Kyrie, you take a couple people, right, who they family is gonna be all right no matter what. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple family members that might ask me for a loan here and there, but my family got jobs, right? So that means that I don't have to listen to nothing nobody gotta say. If I want to get rid of all my money and go to like riding skateboards or driving an Uber for the rest of my life, I can do that. But you know what they go and do to the NBA players? They'll be like, well, what about grandma? What about your auntie? You don't want to go back. You don't want to be shamed. You know, because they got a position. They're going to give you some type of job, some type of Shaquille O'Neal job for the rest of your life, as long as you play the game. And with Kyrie, he got 1 year left. They question it, like, will he even go, you know, will he go play basketball again? And it's interesting to me. I know you got a question later about Candace Owens. Man, you got to understand, like in 1 week, I went in Trump, Alex Jones, and then Elon. Like in a matter of 10 days, right? Where's the lies? You know what I'm saying? So, because everybody's beholden to somebody, right? And I got to say, I'm proud of Trump that he actually spoke up. And Ari Emanuel put something out that showed that I had stretched the limits of the idea anti-Semitism. So listen to this thing that Trump put up, I think it was this morning, right? So he says, how quickly Jewish leaders forget that I was the best by far president for Israel. They should be ashamed of themselves. This lack of loyalty to their greatest friends and allies is why large numbers in Congress and so many others have stopped giving support to Israel. He could have never said that had it changed in 1 week. It changed in 1 week because I went and I grabbed the third rail and I lived. I went as far as you can go and I lived. Now let's open up the conversation and see that Jared Kushner was standing next to Trump the whole time, and Rahm Emanuel was standing next to Obama the whole time, and then Rahm Emanuel went to my hometown and destroyed that city. And what I liked is I was talking to a friend of mine that just took $30 million from Ari Emanuel. I'm sorry, he ain't got money like that, from an investment company that Ari Emanuel is associated with. And I heard they big man. I heard he mad. I heard, hey, Ari, you mad? You mad? Oh, Ari, what you so mad about? Oh, because they keep on making you put them articles out because you at the lowest level of the power structure. Is that why you so mad, Ari Emanuel? Oh, what? Oh, how does the power structure run? Okay, we got China headed to be potentially, if it's not for Jesus Christ, the New World Order, the New America. But previous to that, we do have Christian-ran families, the Medici, 1,000-year-old families. They sit above the Vatican. The Vatican sits above the financial groups, BlackRock and Vanguard. Vanguard sits above Putin, Kim Jong-un, Biden. And you know who's under all of them? Ari Emanuel, Hollywood. It is the first line of defense for the CIA for mind control. Come and get me.
My other question for you is, what do you mean when
you understand? I said, come and get me. What I just said is far past anything anybody in my position has ever said publicly. You understand that? So we just riding on God at this point. I ain't got no security. Y'all know exactly where I'm at.
So that I have a God on your side. I appreciate you.
You ain't lying about that. You drive me crazy.
Yeah. You know God got us because of that time, because they're seeing it, right? They're seeing it. And they doing it every time. You know, I got this joke. I'm gonna just go ahead and tell it. It's very racist.
No. Got you.
Okay, I do the whole joke in a Chinese accent.
There you go. All right, let's go.
Come on, man. I know you're gonna say it's very wrong. Watch this. Okay, so when I wear the red hat, when Kim had the responsibility of watching me, they came to her and said, "Go get your nigga." And then Kim comes to me, "The red hat, you got to take that off. You can't wear it to the White House." But she said, "Look, my job is done. Mama, we out." You know what I'm saying? So then I go and I put White Lives Matter on a t-shirt. And they're like, "Well, we can't go." Oh, you know what? Let's go get celebrities. Let's go get Puff Daddy. Let's get Dave Chappelle. Let's go get Meek Mills. What made somebody think Meek Mills could say something to me? What made? No, this is the funniest thing of everything. Yo, man, I'm about to start crying, laughing, man. Somebody thought Meek Mills. Sorry, no, I'm sorry.
Meek is a gangster.
I'm not gonna get to my show.
Meek is a gangster, man.
Somebody said I'm Meek. No, I'm literally in tears. So,
your world tour or your girls tour, right?
Hold on. Okay, hold on. Now, okay, that was not my joke, but somehow that part was really funny to me. Okay, so,
100.
100. Okay. Let me think of something really not funny for a second. Okay. You know when you have a sex, you try to think about something really unrelated. Let me think of something really not funny. Because every time I think about that, I can't finish our story. Okay, somebody thought they did. Okay, anyway, so they say, "Puff Daddy, go get your nigga," right? And then Puff calls me, you know, with a wire on, right? And he's just like, "Yo, I'm gonna beat up anybody with the White Lives Matter shirt." And then so that's why I was like, "Yo, leave me alone, you fed, you know, you work for the Jewish people." So then it was like, went to Ari Emanuel, and they were like, "Yo, go get your nigga." And Ari's like, "Bro, I don't really like, yo, this man is like really just prepped for war at all times." And I really, okay, all right, here I am. I'm Ari Emanuel. I want all the, you know, businesses to not do business with my name, Ye, by the way. I want them to like not do business with Ye, right? And then they freeze, they debank me. Adidas sues me for like 75 million for marketing that we agreed upon. That was, you know, I get into a longer story on that. And they freeze my accounts. They my royalty for the next 4 years was $500 million a year, $500 million cash. One more zero than Dave Chappelle for the next 4 years. That's what was in contract if I didn't do nothing. If I just Yeezys, foam runner slides, all that, you know. And so within 1 week, you know, that's the whole thing. Oh, he lost $2 billion in a day. Then I went on Alex Jones and I said, you know, love everybody. I said, love everybody because they, I ain't gonna say who it is. I ain't gonna say what doctor it is. I ain't gonna say what hospital it is, have been trying to make us love certain things. Love the Grammys, love Nike, love killing each other, love opioids, love strip clubs, right? But it's like, no, you can't love this person. You can't love, no, you gotta hate this person. This is a demonic figure, and you gotta hate this. So me, I'm like maybe a little bit autistic. I think I'm more autistic than I am bipolar, right? I think that's incorrect. I don't think I'm bipolar, but I am like an autistic person, because you've seen by me being on stage with Drake last year, Kendrick said he got more growing to do. I can't help but love. I love Ari Emanuel. I can't help but love. I don't have nothing but love. So then I said, I love Hitler, meaning I love everyone. It's for God to judge. It's for us to love, and that's to be Christ-like. And then our Emmanuel goes to his bosses in China and says, what am I going to do now? It's like, and they like, I don't know. We love Hitler too. You got to understand that that's how China has taken over. They study his playbook. And so what I'm dealing with my accounts, but when they didn't clear the Donny Hathaway sample for me yesterday morning, and it was, I'm not going to say what kind of lady, I'm not going to say what hospital it was, I'm not going to say what it is, was in between me and the Donny Hathaway estate, thus being in between me and the audience, because I wanted to put my new music out. Now I can't do that due to the constant cancellation, right? That playbook is the communists following parts of the Nazi playbook. So really, I'm the one, and it's Jewish people that actually are helping me at this point, right? There's people who are literally hiding me under their wooden floorboard, because everyone's like, man, he gave an opinion, so this is a cautionary tale. Look at even Charlemagne, we be having our issues, and he had to say it out loud. He do it a bunch of times. He made Biden say what it really is out loud. We remember that. He made whoever that guy was on his show say what it really is out loud. We remember that. And he said, yo, but Ye said something, he lost everything. And everything meaning everything they gave us, because God gave me. I know, some people say, oh, got you. Got it. Or like Drake said, Adidas has Kanye West, I think, right? And I'm like, ain't nobody had me since my mama. Don't nobody got me. Don't nobody had me, has me, none of that. So people take everything. And you can't take it away from me. It's too late. That energy, that soul, there's nothing they could do at this point. There's nothing we could do other than have a real conversation at this point. Because guess what? After all of that, we still ain't had a conversation about the contracts and what led me to the death contract in the first place. That's a reality.
So I want to get into the next then.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Back? Oh, so no, okay. So Ye, you have mentioned that the sacrificing of Donda, and I kind of wanted you to elaborate on what did you mean by that.
This is just an idea of something that I saw, me seeing Michael Jordan's father taken away, Bill Cosby's son, my mom. I felt like these things happened.
Now listen to this. This is part of the conversation that he said when he said his mom was sacrificed. So he about to get into details pertaining to that. So here in a minute, I will get in this exclusive heated conversation between Wack 100 and Captain Tazaryac. Let's go, man. Let's get it, man. Kanye West, man, about to explain what he meant by they sacrificed his mom and Joe's father and Bill Cosby's son and Dr. Dre's son. He's about to explain that. So, hey, so if y'all can hear everything loud and clear, please drop a fire emoji in the chat. Let me know y'all can hear it loud and clear. If you're enjoying the live stream and my commentary, support the channel, y'all. The real support the real.
And what led me to the death contract in the first place. That's a reality.
So I want to get into the next then.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Back? Oh, so no, okay. So Ye, you have mentioned that the sacrificing of Donda, and I kind of wanted you to elaborate on what did you mean by that.
This is just an idea of something that I saw, me seeing Michael Jordan's father taken away, Bill Cosby's son, my mom. I felt like these things happen to bring trauma and control to the Black voices, the blood of Christ, the original voice, the voices that are controlled by the media. You know, oh, this can happen. This can happen to you. This can happen again. This is what we're going to do. We're going to make the sacrifice. And, you know, this is just, I saw a pattern. You know, sometimes people say, oh, well, Ye, what you're saying, that sounds erratic. That sounds, I'm a producer. I see pattern recognition. I'm listening to Otis in Paris, sitting at the table with, you know, with Jay and Beyonce and Dream and stuff. Virgil's there. And I just hear the song and I got and boom, let me make that a pattern. That's one of my things of what gives me a neo ability to see the world in these black and green matrix screen ways is my pattern recognition. That's what makes me a Rain Man. And if Rain Man saw those three things add up, he said, okay, well, the fourth one's gonna be Tiger Woods. And then the fifth one's gonna be, you get what I'm saying? There's a pattern of that happening. So I think the word sacrifice is, and you know, I'm super Christian, but it sounds too, nothing can never be too religious, but in this really secular media world, they use religion to sound, and people always gonna write things off as sounding crazy. So, you know, guess what? It's up to people to believe the stuff I'm saying or not at this point. You know, pretty much is right every time. So, and I still have the ability to speak, and that's why I did this morning, because the last thing I need to do is stop expressing myself, because God put me in this position to express myself. So I'm saying my pattern recognition says that looks like there's sacrifices to major Black celebrities in Hollywood.
Thanks so much. Go ahead, Cap.
I appreciate it. I had a question, right? I followed you like from your first album up until now. On your first album, you had songs like Spaceship, you had Jesus Walks. Even in your song, The Last Call, which I still play when I work out, you said, I played Jesus Walks for me and they wouldn't sign me. And so now when you fast forward to 2022, you're extremely active with your belief. Is this something that you wanted to do back then, but you felt like maybe either the masses wasn't prepared for it or would be held back, and now you feel like you're in a position to bring it forth? Because I'm a fellow believer in Christ as well. Like, what made that change come to where you push it the way that you push it?
You know, just, you know, Jesus to break you down. And I would like to not be one of them cliche Christians that only call on God on Easter or when they at their lowest moment. But, you know, it would feel like all those man-made possessions were taken away from me. And what I want to say, when we talk about the accounts being frozen, that ain't got nothing to do with Jewish people. It has to do with the fact that I went on Drink Champs drinking and bragging about not serving Christ. If I say, oh, I buy a girl a house, that ain't what Christ want me to say, or want me to say with the money that he provided. Because to get that to be worth $11 billion, that's God. And God had to sit me back and job me and put me in that well for a bit until I told the world and used this position to say, Jesus is king. There is only one way. If you ain't talking about Jesus, you wrong, and you can't lead. You can't lead. Now you get some suggestions. You can work on this contract, but you can't lead. You can't lead until you follow, and until you follow the truth and the way, and that is Jesus Christ. And that's what I had to learn. And I go down there, you know, because I go into these places. I got a Napoleon. I got the short man complex. I got the Michael. I got the lawyer from Carlito's Way complex for sure. What are you talking about? I got pink polo next to Rockefeller. You know what I'm saying? I still don't like the way Tata used to look at me in the studio. You know what I'm saying? It just never left my mind. But you know, somebody just give you a look like, what you doing here? Play a beat. But I gotta say, one thing that's so funny is like nobody really had my back and supported me as much as Tata. Now he always gonna keep it real because this is one of the realest people. Like if anybody know Tata, this is one of the realest, most straightforward people. Like even Jay might keep it more politically correct, but Tata just gonna boom. He's just gonna say what it is, how it always is. But Tata got me on Jay-Z on the Blueprint too. I talked to him. I was like, man, Tata, you know, I got this chain. And back in Chicago, man, I'm running around saying I'm on the rock, man. And if I don't rap on Jay-Z album, man, people, you know, they ain't gonna really believe in me as a rapper, man. And he went and got Jay to put me on Point Out the Bounce on the Timberland beat. And my rap wasn't even that good. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no Watch the Throne rap. But, you know, it's like, he did that. Another thing is I always be talking about Jay Brown. I'll be having my issue with Jay Brown. We got this joke going back and forth where it's like he had this leather jacket, and this leather jacket had wool, but it had leather sleeves. And it made me think of like them leggings that girls used to wear, where it's like gym in the back, but leather in the front. I'm like, is you going to the gym or you going to the club? Let's make a decision here, right? So Jay Brown had a jacket. I told him, yo, I want you to go on a flight. I want you to put it up in that compartment at the top, and I want you to leave it there. So, but and if you ever talk to Rihanna, talk to anybody, there's a whole email that I put like 12 people on where I'm just talking about his jacket for a long period of time, right? And he'll know exactly what jacket I'm talking about. And I hope he left it. And leave that in the lost and found and don't find it. All right, but what Jay Brown did is when I had Stronger, and this is funny, this is like some proper music industry stuff. I had the sample, and he was working at Def Jam, and it was very important because it was so progressive, this idea. Mind you, I made Stronger because my fiance at that time liked Justin Timberlake a little bit too much. He's all bringing sexy back. I'm like, man, you just dancing too all up in the mirror to that, huh? You bringing sexy back, huh? You just. So we went and made Stronger, and I would play it, and she'd be looking like, you know, because I was kind of like a backpack rapper, you know, and she's like, yo, I don't know if people gonna understand it and get it. And I played the song. I remember they had Nicole from the Pussycat Dolls coming in and just like dancing. Like it looked like she had the whole Pussycat Dolls with her just to that. But then my boy Ice Pick, rest in peace, from Rough Riders came in, and I played it for him. And he put his nose up. He said, the whole album gonna sound like that? And then I remember I was like, oh, I gotta get this song to a place where it'll play on Hot 97. We know we're gonna get the pop stations. This before, you know, I was canceled the first of my 30th times to get canceled. So we knew we was gonna get the pop stations back then, but we had to make it for the black station. I put the song out, it didn't bang in the club. We went and got Swiss to work on it, Pharrell to work on it. And then Timberland, we had to go to the person who made Sexy Back. He redid the drums. It took him 10 minutes to do it. And then for the next 2 hours, he just talked about, couldn't nobody do it but him. Can't nobody do this but me. You came to the right place. I'm the only person that can do this. Like, you know, I'm just sitting there just listening to him. Like when Pusha T would have to listen to me talk for a long time. Or like how y'all had to listen to me talk for a long time right now. Thank y'all for being my therapy today. I've been going through a lot. But anyway, I want to say Jay Brown went and there was someone who had the sample also. He went and bought the song to ensure that the first time you heard that was from me. So me and Jay Brown have our differences. Like he got a difference. Like he feel like it's okay to wear jackets with leather sleeves and wool bodies. We agree to disagree. But he has done a lot. You know, this stuff is like funny to me. I'm one of these people that you can tell obviously likes the sound of their own voice. And by the sounds of being the top 5 streaming artists of all time without no album out, hundreds of millions of other people do too. Did that answer your question?
Yeah, somewhat.
Okay, now my next question.
Wait a second. He didn't sound energized on that though.
No.
Oh, shit, y'all.
I want to do a follow-up, but I know I am going to ask.
No, do the follow-up because I want your energy level to be high.
Okay, so my follow-up, so I follow like the Israelite belief. And so the reason why I asked you that question about your path is because I love that journey. I see.
So listen, this is Captain Tazaryach from the Hebrew Israelite School having a conversation with Kanye West. So let's get into it.
Do a follow-up know, but I know I am for that.
No, do the follow-up because I want your energy level to be high.
Okay, so my follow-up, so I follow like the Israelite belief. And so the reason why I asked you that question about your path is because I love that journey. I see you're switching. And then from watching the Dream Champs video, you made a statement to say that, you know, we're the Jews too. So like, where did that part come from? Was it something that you learned from like the Jewish people, or is this something that you learned from your own side? And where do you intend to take that part?
You know, when I went on Alex Jones, is interesting. He talked about this. It's so funny. You wouldn't expect Alex Jones to specifically back up that thought and that theory. I would read the Bible. I'm looking at the location of the Bible, and I wouldn't visited Buju Banton, and I'm getting different people's perspectives on Christ. I have my boy Mickey Halstead also shares these same beliefs. And my question is, why are we the only people that don't have a flag? Well, obviously, our existence was erased. Those slave ships was real, bro. You know, we are the Jew, and they are Jewish, like that of a Jew.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, you wanted to hear that? I'm already canceled, right? So I could say stuff like that. I want to make sure, because it was important. Even though we're not face to face, I heard in your voice that Timberland story that I tell all the damn time was not that funny to you. You was trying to get into some like, you was trying to get into like a real conversation. We trying to line up in front of the stadium right now. And people, my thing is, you know what? There are truths to the relationship. Stereotypes exist for a reason. There are more Chinese computer engineers and Indian computer engineers than there are of other races. You know, there are more creatives in the entertainment field than of other races that are black. You know, certain stereotypes exist for a reason. That's why they're around. Like everyone's trying to like homogenize the New World Order us and not have us look at the heritage of where things come from. Something that I heard that for Christians out there is that the Bible describes dinosaurs as dragons, because that's something in the indoctrination school known as Sierra Canyon that they do to make your kids come home and be like, well, Dad, well, you know, what's up with the dinosaurs? So we're saying the importance of history. And if we know where we come from, we can know where we're going. And there's all these overlaps where history repeats itself. Like certain stuff when I go through dealing with Yeezy and scams and all that, I'm like, man, I feel like I'm in a Gucci movie right now as we speak. Like even this thing, like, why was Corey Gamble sent into the Kardashian Jenner family? Mind you, Corey Gamble was Puff Daddy's Manny, right? And then Corey Gamble was next to Justin Bieber when he was getting in trouble, right? And then soon as Bruce Jenner turned to Caitlyn Jenner, here go Corey Gamble. Why is that? Because if you see me and Kim, and I'm doing an Easy Fashion show, and we got the most visibility of all time, then the richest man in the world would offer me a deal and then take the deal away from me and then hire my best friend and make him head of Louis Vuitton, right? It was all to keep us at the Ari Emanuel entertainment level, because we stay on the path we're going, we get to Medici level. You go above Vatican, you go above Vanguard and BlackRock. But right now, Shorty got an investment firm that's half with, I'm not gonna say what hospital is, you know, I'm not gonna say what the doctor is. It was a juice. So
no surprise.
But that's the thing, is you gotta understand the Armenians work in the meat packing district and the Jews work in the nigger packing district. The Jews are used by the Chinese to control the blacks. They just middlemen. They'll sell anything.
And let's be clear, that was a good question that Captain Tazaryak had asked Kanye West. This is exclusive, man. This is some exclusive shit, man. Kanye West, CAPT TAZARYACH, Wack 100. Anybody could have been there in that call to ask these conversations. The Aborigines got to start plugging in on these clubhouses and then send out the alerts.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? So, that's all. We just got to focus. It was a good conversation. I'm going to skip it up to another conversation at hand. Captain Tazaryak 100 get into a heated discussion.
Had a conversation with this nigga High Sign, knowing goddamn well when he wake up in the morning, his whole mission is gonna be to find a nigga to talk about. Let's keep it real.
You said I had a conversation with
You
High
had a
Sign.
conversation with High Sign, knowing damn well his conversation when he wakes up in the morning is gonna be find a nigga to talk about. Let's keep it real, bro. That's his shit.
That's not why I had a conversation.
No,
with
but
Hassan.
you missing the point. I'm saying, is it right or wrong? See, my thing now is I'm pointing out what niggas is doing. Myself, you, and any other nigga. Yo, I signed.
Yeah,
listen, bro. Hey, bro, we had a conversation, and 3 days later, I look up, and in your last 3 conversations, you just been attacking us. What's up, homie? No, niggas need to start doing that. Calling niggas out.
I didn't see Hassan attacking y'all. That's why I
It
asked
ain't
him.
about a y'all, bro. And anybody want to tell Cap what this nigga does?
Disrespect everybody, blacks, everything. Just disrespectful. Talk about people.
It's what he
dying.
does.
That's what he does.
I never said he.
Motherfucker.
I never said he wasn't. Yeah,
Bro,
I never said
what
he
I'm
was.
saying is it, but this what I'm saying. Cap, you close to dude, right? That's cool. So I bet you I have 10 who's the real Jew and who ain't. But then you ain't got one conversation. Hey, bro, what you got going on over there? I see this, what's up with this? Let's point out the things that's wrong with this. Because he was a look, whether I like it or not, he is a representation of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we want to talk about them.
We didn't talk about. We spent a little time talking about them, but if you notice, I even used you as an example.
You're missing the point, bro. Niggas will come and talk about them, when it need to be more conversation about us.
That's what it was. Anybody listening to it, all you gotta do is listen to the interview. That's what it was about, us. What do we do?
But then he wakes up and he'll go, this nigga, fuck this nigga, you this, you that.
I didn't see that. I don't follow his channel like that. I didn't see that.
That's the point right there. Why don't we follow us? But again, we want to talk about some people who's telling us, get the fuck away from me. Why are you bothering us?
But I don't talk about them either. Only when it's important. Like that's my whole that was my whole point. Like I talk to them all the time, talk about Jewish people. I just know how to have the conversation.
Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. All the fake outrage and all my years, I don't know
what that music is.
Seen so much life and so much what their Jewish people was doing to us, bro.
I ain't gonna lie. Whoever edited this video is a freaking retard, buddy. I appreciate you using your content, but that was the dumbest music insert ever.
Shit, bro. Ain't nobody talking about fucking Jewish.
Bro, we've been doing this before the Kanye shit, though.
Hey, bro, it has not been the head topic of conversation.
Because nobody want to hear that part. Like when you say we should be talking about what we should be doing.
Kanye,
Kanye is popular. I said what I'm saying is not popular.
Kanye made the conversation about Jewish people popular.
About Jewish people popular, yes. But when we teaching and we teaching about black people changing their condition, nobody wants to make that popular.
That's what why you need to focus on.
And that's what we speak.
That's what
that is what we focus. But nobody want to talk. Kanye, because he's famous, they want to talk to Kanye. When we go out on the streets and say stop killing, stop drug dealing, stop doing that don't become popular. So for me and my organization, that's all we talk about. But we are going to talk about other stuff as well.
Niggas need to put 139% of what they talking about into fixing us before we go to talk about fixing what another motherfucker doing and ain't doing, bro. They gonna do what they gonna do. We gonna do what we gonna do. But guess what? If we can fix us, then at least what we doing is more in favor of us to balance out what we think they ain't doing in favor of us.
There's no way you talk 139% about fixing us without addressing what is attacking us as well. You have to do both.
Bullshit.
Yes,
Because
it
I'm
is.
gonna
But
be
you just
real.
have to know how to do it. That's why I
When
was
they
going to
attack,
say.
hey bro, I'm gonna tell you right now, Cap. Ain't no
Say it one more time.
ain't no Jewish fucking people attacking
That's you
us,
talking about Jewish
attacking
people.
our Negroes like the Negroes is attacking the Negroes, bro. That's cap.
I didn't say that. That's
cap,
not what I
bro.
said.
That's cap.
I said there's no way to talk 139%
Yes,
about
it is.
black people without
Focus
addressing
on us.
the
See black.
attacks.
Address
That's right.
black.
That's right. And then you have to
Because the stronger
focus on the
black
wiles
hits,
of what has
we
been
can take those
used to
hits.
seduce us. For example, drugs. We talk about how
Blame them,
black
we
people
chose
sell.
to use
I
it.
ain't blaming them. That you ain't even let me finish. So we're gonna talk about how we kill each other and sell drugs, but we ain't the ones bringing them in. So we're gonna talk about us using them and how we don't fall for the tricks of those that's providing them to us. If we didn't do that, we wouldn't have blacks working with white people to get the drugs in. If we could show them who the enemy is. So as we do that 139%, you have to cover all facets. So you don't just talk about what black.
Hey,
yes,
bro,
it is.
this what I'm
There's
gonna cover.
no way
This what
you
I'm
do it
gonna
like
cover.
that.
This what I'm gonna cover. Fuck how the drugs is getting here. I don't give a fuck who bringing them here. That's their business. We ain't supposed to fuck with that. Us the people don't fuck with that. Yeah,
It is our business
That's
to
their
know who
business
bringing
how
them
they
in,
bring
so
them
we
in
know
here.
who to lock out of that community.
Bro,
That's why in
if
the
I
Jewish
open my
community,
door,
you can't go in
if
the
I
Jewish
open my
community,
front
they lock
door,
you out.
I'm gonna be real. If I open my front door and see 10 kilos of cocaine at my front door, you know what I'm gonna do? Do you know what I'm gonna do?
Where you was Wack?
Yeah, you know what I'm gonna do?
Flip it, trash it.
Nope, I'm gonna call the motherfucking LAPD, and I'm gonna say, hey, there's something on my front door that looks like it's cocaine. I have cameras on my home, and it probably show how it got there.
Always wanted to play the markets, but haven't taken the plunge?
This shit.
Well, it may
You know
be
why?
time to raise your
Because
game.
I
Now
do not
everyone
get
can
money
play
in the streets, bro. I'm not gonna say, oh, they left it at the door. If they would have never left it at the door, I would have never sold it.
That ain't what I'm saying.
No, that is what you're saying.
No, it's not. What I'm saying
That
is
is
stop
what you're
using
saying.
that.
We can't
No,
stop
that's
them
not.
from doing what they do. If
You're
they want
right,
to
but you
import it,
can.
if they want to put it in our communities, then that's
Right.
what they do. We got to stop us from fucking with it.
But you did what I just said we have to do. You just did what I just said we have to do. If we put in 139%, you just said if they drop it on your door, you don't sell it. So you are talking about them and the methods that they do to get you to sell it. But then you're teaching them, but you're doing what I just said we got to do, though.
And look, I'm totally ignoring how it got there. I don't even give a fuck.
No, you're not.
Are you paying for Netflix,
You just said you don't care.
Disney Plus,
You are
or
going to say
HBO?
how it got there, though.
Just add them here.
No, because I'm not listening. I don't give a fuck. And guess what? They can bring me, put another 100 keys the next day at the door. Know what I'm going to do? Not going to touch it. They can
But now what you might do is put a camera on your door to catch them doing it.
All they want.
But you might say, hey, here's how we're going to catch them doing it. You might say, we're going to put one of them smart cameras on the window so we can see, like when we had that news article where they saw the Mexicans.
What I'm telling you is, let's start talking against, just because a motherfucker put something in your hand or dangle something in front of you, don't mean you got to use it or even use it in the wrong way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If somebody knocks on the door, hey, look, man, we came up on the shipment of guns. You know what I'm saying? And you know, hey, even if you receive that gun and you say, damn, man, I ain't got no gun to protect the house, that don't mean, oh yeah, nigga, let me go get dressed and kill this nigga around the corner.
Absolutely. So the mentality has to change from us, and no matter what, like you said, if it's on your doorstep, you're not going to do it. Same thing for me. But we have to make sure all of our people have that, and that's what's not pushed. So when we go in the community, we go in the street corner.
Too much of, Cap. Look what they doing. If it wasn't for them bringing it, we wouldn't be on it. Man, fuck all that.
Like
we
yesterday,
ain't got
the room we had.
be trying to change. Look, everybody mission is their mission, bro. Fuck
That's
all
right.
that.
That's right. And yesterday, for example, yesterday's room, when Jeremy came in that room and tried to sidetrack it, we got rid of him right away. And then what was the rest of our room about? What do we have to do? We ain't talk about no white people. Anybody go listen to them replays?
They did get rid of him.
We did get rid of him.
What they did, was followed the little kid that threw the rock at your car and called you a nigger.
Nah, who you talking about? My room?
Nah,
I'm
he's
talking about
saying
the
he got
room. Jeremy,
faded
I
in.
don't know your room. I was only one room with him yesterday.
No, what I'm saying, what I'm highlighting is the
motherfucker, right, who threw the rock at the car, and guess what? It was all a trap.
That's gonna get back to what I was gonna say initially.
This is why I kept saying, "Hey, bro, this ain't the room for this shit." We ain't
Well, here's what here would be my advice. Let me deal with the likes of Jeremy and stuff like that. I can handle that. That's why when you bring me in them rooms, you don't get no callbacks or reports about anything I've said because I know how to talk to them. So when Jeremy came into the One West room that day, last night rather, and he tried to sidetrack the room, we got rid of him. And when I say got rid of him, we didn't remove him out the room. He just ended up leaving because we wouldn't fall for his tricks.
It
So when
seems
Jeremy,
as if though you and your entire club were attacking this man and bullying him.
No, you talking about your room. You talking about the 100 in the other room after that. But he's not talking about the One West room. I'm trying to make a point here. In the One West room, he was allowed to come on stage. And if you ask my brothers, they'll tell you in the back chat, I said, let Jeremy.
Listen, if a nigga come on here, antagonize him, kick him. That's it.
Or
because y'all don't have a voice to win. We don't have a voice to even win with us.
Man. Okay, but Wack, I kind of understand you on one side.
You ain't understanding, bro.
But you got to understand my side too.
Hey, homie, you a Crip? Yeah, homie, I'm a Crip, but I'm just getting off work. Yeah, I'm a Crip, bro. I'm just getting off work, bro. I ain't trying to get to my family. Fuck you, blood, and gun him down. We ain't got a voice to win with us. Stop trying to win with these people.
We do have a voice to win with us because
no, we don't.
got blood.
I want you to go on this flow and you tell me, right? I want y'all to tell me that we got a voice that winning with us.
Yeah, I'm about to answer you right now. That's why I'm talking about the room.
Answer it in a real form.
Yeah, this is gonna be real life. That's why I'm talking about the room we had yesterday. I was able to bring my captain, well, he's under me, from out of California to talk about how not only do we got four schools in California, we also have a school in a prison yard where we got a brother that raised up to an officer that actually holds camp in the prison yard. That's action. That's changing.
Bro, niggas been doing that, bro.
I didn't say you asked me to show you in real life. I'm showing you in real life.
Let me explain something to you about my
But you know what? Ain't enough niggas doing it in real life.
Let me explain to you about my ignorance. When I said, yo, they killing us on the yard when we squabbling. Head up squabbles with Crips and Bloods, we taking it to over there in that little room they hold church in. The Muslims start using the room to do their prayers. They came to me and said, bro, can't nobody else come in here and fight. You know what I said? Fuck you niggas. We got off on them. Hey, look, bro. That presence been there. That don't mean it's
I never said it wasn't. I never said it wasn't. But
that's doing something for y'all, right?
No, we don't do that for us. We do that for everybody.
No, it ain't. Because y'all don't represent everybody's actions.
No, what I'm saying. No, what I'm saying is
Muslim or no Hebrew Israelite come over there to that Damu card and I'm gonna tell you, bro, get the fuck away from us and go pray, nigga, for a nigga die. We don't give a fuck about that. That's the mentality.
Everybody, but you know what? When we go over there,
they gotta be addressed, bro.
That's right. But you know what? One or two brothers
to that, it ain't no sense attention to it.
I do pay attention because as we go over to that Damu or we go to any hood or any neighborhood USA, 5 brothers might say no. 2 brothers might say yeah. 10 brothers might say no. 1 brother might say yeah. But if we don't say nothing, we don't get that 1, 2, or 5 brothers. And because we put that work in. In my time, I've seen this thing grow across the United States, going to prisons. I go into prisons with my garment on, and we go and teach brothers and give them a change of life. So I didn't say nobody else is doing, but you said, where's the action? It's just not enough. When we start talking, when we had that One West room last night, we started with a lot of people, but you know what? They all left when we start talking about what we got to do. Because unfortunately, we like the drama. We don't like the truth. So when we start talking the truth to black people, now it dwindles down to 90 people, to 105 people, because they don't want to hear what changes they have to make. If we're not going to be accountable for the fuck ups that we did, we're not going to fix people. It is action. Because those 90 people that listen, I'll just take them. I don't need the 300. Just give me the 90, and then I'll build them.
Bro.
That's not true.
It is, bro.
Nah. I tell you what, you can line up right with me.
Action, bro.
You can line up right with me with the action.
It's not enough action. Y'all ain't even planned for it to be action. You gotta before I go sit down, and I tell people this. Before I go, look, if I run across you and I'm gonna tell you what you shouldn't be doing, I ran across you, cool. Before I go take my black ass into a motherfucking big ass room full of thousands of people who don't know what to do, and I'm telling them what they gotta stop doing, because I didn't find a way, I ain't doing it. I'm gonna make sure I got a solution to get them away. Because they're gonna be like, we heard you, but nigga, what you want us to do? We don't know what to we telling you we don't know what to do. We don't know, we don't know where to go get the job. We don't know why we can't go make money another way. Ain't nobody sitting down, bro, and creating the solution for the problem. We just telling people this. Okay, nigga, well, I'm still hungry. I came here hungry, and you telling me how you not hungry, the things you done. Okay, cool, I'm hearing you. But nigga, did you say, hey, if you got a third grade education, you need to go back to school. But in the meantime, between time, there are jobs available for you over there. They're hiring. Hey, you dudes who got felonies, look, we understand that these type of jobs may not, because you got a robbery, and maybe the people don't want to hire you because of their product. But if you put, yes, I got a felon, there are jobs over here available for you that's looking for people just like you. Bro, we ain't got no solution for them, bro. So this is why they don't listen, because they still gonna be hungry. How long a motherfucker gonna starve, bro, before they try to feed themselves? I get it.
I have yet to see a brother or a sister or a child come into our school and starve or want for anything. I've yet to see it.
So you want to feed him the fish, and you don't want to teach him how to fish?
Starve ain't just talking about food. It could be shelter. It could be home. It could be a job. It could be anything. So as they come to us with their problems, we fix them with their problems. And as we fix them with their problems, we talk to them. We don't breed them and say, hey, you got to be like me. Can't nobody be like me, and I can't be like nobody else. I'm myself. But we can be under the same moral code that will unite us, period. And nobody's going to learn that unless they come and sit and actually have a conversation with us. But again, when we start having that conversation and we got to examine ourselves, we don't want to hear that, because God forbid we stop sinning. God forbid we got to stop homeless. God forbid we got to stop getting high. God forbid we got to stop doing all that. But then we want to cry about nobody got a solution. If you're not going to be the solution, you represent the problem, period. Ain't nobody going to tell me anything different. And I know that, again, because I go around and be around brothers that I would not know unless I took accountability and they took accountability and we built together. When I go to Vegas, when I go to Cali, when I go to Texas, I'm going to brothers that I would not know until we all took accountability and built together, period. So can't nobody tell me nothing else.
Hey, bro.
If y'all think I'm lying, come into our organization and then prove me wrong. Until then, you can't tell me we don't have the action.
Hey, bro, but you got to understand, like, like there's a dilemma here. And what Wack is basically saying, and I'm not trying to speak for him, but understand this, like everybody, like if you're trying to do a business room and you're trying to veer towards the new 2023, everybody cannot be out on the front line fucking up their business program based on the hopes of the people catching along and fighting this cause of being a better this and that.
Hey, so that's cap. That's cap, and it's bullshit. Nobody said everybody got to be. 1 second. That's cap. And that's bull. Wait, let
him finish, Cap.
Cut me off. But basically, if there's another sector to that, okay, let's have that sector over there. But if Wack is over here trying to do this, that fucks up his business. He's already aligned himself with Mr. Ye. So like he have to walk not and I'm not saying he's on some other shit, but he have to walk on a thin rope. So we can't always expect him and his business and his ventures to be at the forefront of this activist or this trying to be a better world type shit. He have, you know what I'm saying?
I never said. This is why I said that's cap. I never said none of that. I never said Wack had to be on the. I ain't said nothing about nobody being on the front line and nobody being in the background. I ain't say none of that. So I don't even know why you said that. As far as business goes, I work and I got a business and I push this truth. So you can't talk to me about that. You can't talk to me about being able to deal with other nations and shit like that. And then
there's levels. That's all I'm trying to say.
You absolutely right that there are levels. All I'm simply saying is, when you deal with fixing the problem of Black people, you're going to talk about what they're doing wrong and the devices that the other nations are doing to get us to do that wrong. You have to. You don't teach a child just not to resist the drug dealer. You teach them the ways that the drug dealer is going to try to get you high, try to get you to sell his drugs. So it's the same thing with the other nations. You're going to do the same exact thing. Like, what are we talking about? And back to the original premise of why Wack even spoke about it, is the response that some white guy named Jeremy came in here and did, which he admitted that he reacted to, which we did not react to. So the Israelites did not. No, what I'm saying, you took the heat for it though. They came to you about it. They said you said this. That's why
they put on me.
That's my point. And so that's why we're here. But the Israelites didn't do any of that. That's right. But you did. I was in the room. Listen, I was in the room.
Cap, that's why I told
and let me tell you something.
Cap, I already owned
right,
up.
I know B. I mean, I know Bump.
Cap,
right.
I already owned up and took it, blood. It was me. You feel me? That was me. That was
yeah. And the whole
look,
time I felt like,
hold on, Cap. You letting it go to where it don't even need to go to, because bro, it already fall on me. I'm the one who made the Anne Frank comment. Y'all, the Israelites didn't do that, bro. That was me.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is, going forward,
listen,
just
Cap,
let me deal with it.
Cap, we can't listen. We don't get to them branches of the Israelites in conversations if the root, don't start the problem with the conversation of Anne Frank. That's the issue,
Correct.
Cap. That's where it all goes. When they putting it on the older homie, they saying that was you that said that when it was me that said that. So it don't fall on the Israelites or none of that. It was my fault.
No,
it was my
right.
no,
And Bump,
Cap,
I'm not.
Cap, hear me out. Hear me out. Listen to what I'm saying to you. It was my fault. We don't get there without that. I fucked up. Listen, let me tell you where I fucked up. I misread when Wack said we don't need to have this conversation on the floor. To me, that was a green light that we could fire on this nigga, which we all been feeling some type of way about Jeremy, and we all wanted to get it off, and we all been wanting to say something. That's all it is.
Right, I get that, and I think that's why it's important for Wack to come in.
Listen, and it probably wouldn't even been that, but then we had another lady using all.
If there's another sector to that, okay, let's have that sector over there. But if Wack is over here trying to do this, that fucks up his business. He's already aligned himself with Mr. Ye, so like he have to walk not, and I'm not saying he's on some other shit, but he have to walk on a thin rope. So we can't always expect him and his business and his ventures to be at the forefront of this activist or this trying to be a better world type shit. He have, you know what I'm saying?
I never said. This why I said that's Cap. I never said none of that. I never said Wack had to be on the. No, I ain't said nothing about nobody being on the front line and nobody being in the background. I ain't say none of that. So I don't even know why you said that. As far as business goes, I work and I got a business and I push this truth. So you can't talk to me about that. You can't talk to me about being able to deal with other nations and shit like that. And then
there's levels. That's all I'm trying to say.
You absolutely right that there are levels. All I'm simply saying is, when you deal with fixing the problem of Black people, you're going to talk about what they're doing wrong and the devices that the other nations are doing to get us to do that wrong. You have to. You don't teach a child just not to resist the drug dealer. You teach them the ways that the drug dealer is going to try to get you high, try to get you to sell his drugs. So it's the same thing with the other nations. You're going to do the same exact thing. Like, what are we talking about? And back to the original premise of why Wack even spoke about it, is the response that some white guy named Jeremy came in here and did, which he admitted that he reacted to, which we did not react to. So the Israelites did not. No, what I'm saying, you took the heat for it though. They came to you about it. They said you said this. That's why
they put on me.
That's my point. And so that's why we're here. But the Israelites didn't do any of that. That's right. But you did. I was in the room. Listen, I was in the room.
Cap, that's why I told
and let me tell you something.
Cap, I already owned
right,
up.
I know B. I mean, I know Bump.
Cap,
right.
I already owned up and took it, blood. It was me. You feel me? That was me. That was
yeah. And the whole time I felt like,
hold on, Cap. You letting it go to where it don't even need to go to, because bro, it already fall on me. I'm the one who made the Anne Frank comment. Y'all, the Israelites didn't do that, bro. That was me.
No, I know, but what I'm
So, but
saying is
listen,
going
listen,
forward,
listen, listen,
just
Cap,
let me deal with it.
Cap, we can't listen. We don't get to them branches of the Israelites in conversations if the root, don't start the problem with the conversation of Anne Frank. That's the issue,
Correct.
Cap. That's where it all goes. When they putting it on the older homie, they saying that was you that said that when that was me that said that. So it don't fall on the Israelites or none of that. It was my fault.
No,
It was my
right.
no,
And Bump,
Cap,
I'm
Cap,
not.
Cap. Hear me out. Hear me out. Listen to what I'm saying to you. It was my fault. We don't get there without that. I fucked up. Listen, let me tell you where I fucked up. I misread when Wack said we don't need to have this conversation on the floor. To me, that was a green light that we could fire on this nigga, which we all been feeling some type of way about Jeremy, and we all wanted to get it off, and we all been wanting to say something. That's all it is.
Right, I get that, and I think that's why it's important for Wack to come in.
Listen, and it probably wouldn't even been that, but then we had another lady using all kinds of crazy language, saying this, and that, and so when he's saying we don't have no more without no righteous conversation on the floor, he's saying what he's saying. It ain't got to go to none of the other shit because we know where we fucked up at when he read the message. He just read it to us right now, so it's like all the extra shit. Listen, Cap, all the extra shit is all the extra shit. We gonna be sitting here playing ping pong with this shit.
And then it's gonna get out of order. Then it's gonna get out of order. Then it's gonna get out of order. So Bumpy is interceding for a reason.
That's a fact. That's a fact. He knew he was wrong. He knew what he did. There's times, Cap, we got to kind of grade him regardless of the fact.
What he gonna do is he gonna
be fucked up. It's gonna be real fucked up.
It's
I'm
why I
not
want that
finding nothing
learning
that
from.
Bumpy did.
Okay, if we do that Cap, we are not. Listen, I hate to say it, bro. We are
No,
not.
I'm not trying to do anything but say if that happens again.
But see, you're gonna preach that we are.
I'm not gonna preach none of that.
I'm gonna preach we are not. We should be, and we got to keep striving to get there because we have made progress from where we come from. But the reality of it is, bro, we are not the equal of today, bro. We the fuck are not equal to the powers that be.
I'm not saying none of
All
that.
y'all pro-black
just
shit,
let me finish.
y'all want to keep pro-black lying to people instead of saying our reality is we are not the equal. This is where we come from. We know we can make progress. This is where we need to be. Instead of trying to make large leaps, let's continue to take our steps and we can get there so we don't fall on our fucking face.
You know what we did when Jeremy was in that room and he started trying to center himself? We said, hey, Jeremy, you know, we in the room on a different topic. You trying to center yourself. We're going to get right back to it. And we got right back to it. I'm trying to give y'all, if it happens again, y'all keep thinking I'm coming.
Listen, Cap, it's not, listen, it can't be that, Cap, it can't be that, Cap. I hear your frustration, but Jeremy left your room.
Deal with that. Do not combat this man or no other Jewish man or none of that use the niggerism tactics. It's not going to turn out good. They're going to flip it on you. Control the media or do they control the media?
Well, all I'm going to say, and I'll end it with this, ain't going to bring to me, and I not say nothing back. I just know how to say it back. That's all I'm going to say.
Hey, Cap, but you would be the one that say that sometimes, you feel me, we ain't get everything don't deserve a response, right?
The scriptures, I know how to say it back.
Hold on. But listen, Cap, hold on. There's a scripture that says you don't cast your pearls amongst swine, correct?
Correct.
So even if you know how to say it, sometimes saying nothing at all is the best thing to say.
That's why I didn't say nothing last night.
Literally.
Why I didn't say nothing last night.
Hold on, Cap. Listen. I should have took heed to what I should. But listen, I should have took that heed last night. We not here if I would have took that. If I would have known that Jeremy left your room in that situation, he came over there and it was going to be an antagonized situation, it wouldn't have been that. I would have been able to. We don't even need to get this nigga a response. That was the best one. But listen, we didn't do that. We can't talk about what we could have did. That's what we didn't do.
That's what I'm saying when I say follow my lead. If everybody see I don't say nothing, then nobody ain't got to say nothing.
But Cap, he left your room and came into another room. We wouldn't have seen how y'all delegated that situation.
No, I'm talking about in the room. I was in that room that y'all was in. In the room that Wack saying, Jeremy, don't say nothing. Let it go. I see what you're doing. I was in the room. I was in the room when you brought it up. I didn't say anything. I thought that because of him and Jeremy's relationship that he would have just listened to Wack. That's what I thought.
I told that nigga 100 times.
And then I took it down.
Leave that shit alone.
Hey, Wack, look, just want to apologize again, big on me, you know, blood. I know I fucked up, blood. I know I fucked up, so you know.
Saying it like this, bro. No more than them conversations, bro.
I got you.
Like, I know they lie to y'all and tell y'all we the dominant strong man and all this so bullshit that all these fucking groups tell you they want you to believe. That's cool. It's great motivation. That's not the reality. We don't control the media. We don't control the money. And we don't control the narrative.
And my humble opinion, man, Wack 100 is equipped with enough understanding of history, his knowledge of self, Black or Aboriginal people's innovation and inventions to the world to say that we only possess a certain amount of power, vibrational frequency that makes us the center of attention around the world. I don't think he's equipped with that understanding. So with that being said, I'm going to end this live stream right here. It's your brother Aboriginal Power. Make sure you hit that like button. Thumb up the video. Support the channel, man. We out of here. Peace and blessings.